We could soon have a second option for our COVID booster shots. Pfizer is already being used, but the TGA has now provisionally approved the Moderna vaccine for over 18s at least 6 months after their second jab. It's also okayed Moderna for immunocompromised people aged 12 and up, at least 28 days after their second dose. ATAGI now just has to sign off. Scott Morrison has condemned George Christensen for appearing on a far-right US conspiracy internet show. The Coalition MP called for protest and laughed when the host compared our hotel quarantine to Auschwitz. The Prime Minister denouncing Christensen's remarks.
I thought those comments were appalling, and I've spoken to George directly about them. George is not a candidate for the LNP at the next election, and I think George should quietly go into retirement.
And the Prime Minister has been caught up in a COVID scare. The Bathurst 1000 has been listed as a hotspot. The PM was one of the VIPs who spent the day on the track on Sunday, but now he and tens of thousands of others are on alert for any symptoms. And Novak Djokovic has been included in the main draw for the 2022 Australian Open. Amid speculation he'll be granted medical exemption to play. Tennis Australia has again confirmed all competitors and staff must be fully vaccinated. Novak is yet to reveal his status. Earlier today, the Victorian government made it clear it won't back down from the vaccine mandate.
Medical exemptions are just that. It's not a loophole for privileged tennis players. It is a medical exemption in exceptional circumstances, if you have an acute medical condition.
I don't know. What do we reckon? I mean, is he likely to get this? I mean, Sandro, is this as easy as getting a doctor's certificate for a day sick?
No, it's not at all. I mean, even for a world number one, it's very hard, and it should be hard to get an exemption or to game the system. ATAGI sets what exemptions are allowable. So it's a professional body, independent group of scientists, and then it takes an Australian doctor to confirm, even for international tennis stars, whether they meet those criteria. And really, to get a permanent exemption, I mean, you need to have a sort of an acute allergic reaction. It's exceptionally rare, given that we also have 3 vaccines to choose from.
So the fact that he is world number one as well and playing at the top of his game, would that be quite rare, do you think, that someone like Novak Djokovic would have an acute illness that would be impacted by the vaccination?
I mean, the conditions that allow a person to get a temporary exemption do generally relate to kind of your long-term health, but actually the permanent exemptions don't relate to how healthy you are. These are the kind of very severe acute types of allergic reactions, but they're incredibly rare, like 1 in a million or less. Yeah. And given that we have 3 vaccines to choose from, it's even less likely.
Right.